important choice. No dream is too small, really. You can achieve anything that you set your mind to. I think that if you continue the path that you're on, you will continue to see the successes in your life. And I know, in my experience, I have seen what it looks like when people choose to continue to drink and use, and what that looks like in their life. I've been doing this a long time, and I know what that looks like, and it doesn't end well. But I've also seen incredible miracles when people choose to do the next right thing, and when they choose themselves and know that you're worth it. And if there's one thing that I hope you've really gained from this program and this school and our incredible staff is knowing that you are definitely worth it. So go out and get your dreams, girls.
I would like to take a moment to recognize some of the students that are still going to school and still accomplishing things. So we're going to take a break from the seniors for a moment and give out 3 awards to some students who have accomplished really great things this year. The first student I would like to recognize is a student who made a promise at the beginning of the year. He said to me, "I'm going to be here every single day this year." And that's quite a promise for someone to say first week of school.
Did he follow through?
And that's what I was about to get to. And up to this day, even when he was sick, he has managed to come into school, to get his work done, and to get signed in so that he could earn perfect attendance for the year of 2016. That student is Aurelio Garcia. While I've got him up here, I want to say, yes, sometimes he can be a real handful and he likes to play games in the classroom, but he does his work. He comes here and he makes that commitment to get his assignments. And for that reason, he's passed every class he intends to pass. And just doing a little bit of your work every day, it makes it so you can pass your classes, even if you goof off a little bit. So that I'm very proud of Valerie Garcia. The next student I'd like to recognize is a student that came to us halfway through the year. When she first got here, she had a lot of struggles. She didn't like quite the system. She was used to being able to transfer from class to class every single period. She wasn't used to being stuck in the same class, being with the same teacher. And she wasn't used to some of the small changes that we have to make our school work successfully. And she had some struggles. We had some arguments. She didn't want to do the work. But she came around. She began to realize that she could do the work, and she's really come around. She went from probably failing most of her classes to having straight A's, and it's quite an accomplishment. So for most improved, I'd like to give the award to Miriam Gallagher.
Can we ask them something?
Yeah, come back. They want to ask you something.
I'd like to know, how was your turnaround? What made you?
Well, so basically, like, I'm on probation, so I had like bad grades and I was getting in trouble for it, and like I had court coming up, so like I just had to get like all my stuff together, and like it just like I just needed to get my grades up.
And you shine so much more with your grades up and your achievement awards in your hand.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The final student I want to recognize is a student who's been here all year. She's worked hard and done her work. She stayed after school some days to get the work. She comes in most of the days of school. She stays pretty much all 8 hours. She gets her work done. She asks questions. She's a pleasure to work with. She doesn't talk back to you, and she doesn't quit when it gets difficult. She just keeps asking help, and if she has to switch from one staff to another to get the answer she needs, she does that. And for that reason, this year we'd like to give the Student of the Year award to Jocelyn Astorga. And also I'd like to say it's a huge turnaround from last year, so I'm really proud of your turnaround. Okay, so now we're going to begin the commencement ceremony, and for that I need Martin Wilkes, Becky, and Sylvie, and Cody to all stand up so that the kids can shake your hands after they get their award. And for this part of the program, we're going to call each kid up one by one. They're going to shake the hands, and then they're going to get the award, and they're going to remain standing. So during this time, let's try to hold the clapping off till the end, and then there will be time for you to clap, and that way every kid's name is heard and they all get the recognition they deserve. Hold up, I gotta make sure they're in the right order. Tell me that it wouldn't be awkward if you guys got up here and I handed you the wrong kids award. Okay, so please stand up, graduating students. First one is Valerie Saenz. Then we have Victoria Gonzalez. And finally we have Janae May. Okay, at this time I would like the graduating students to take their tassel from the left side of their hat and slowly move it over to the right, signifying graduating from high school. Okay, so you guys can sit down. Okay, at this time, a couple of the staff have written speeches for the graduating students, one staff for each of the students, so that we can honor them in a more personal way than just calling their name out. So I get the honor of writing a speech or speaking about Valerie Saenz. I've known Valerie for a year and a half now, since last December when I went to the school. And I think the message I got from the teacher that worked there before, Miss O, was, Valerie likes to take her work home. She's a good student. She does her work, but she takes it home. She has a bunch of books at home, which I hope you're going to return at some point, though. And it was true. She takes her work home, and she struggles most in math, but she comes in and she asks the questions, and she got the math done. And she was so successful in working with the subject she struggled so much in, that her senior year, her final semester, she actually didn't need a math class. So I'm sure that was a huge relief off of her mind. On top of that, she's a great person with a great personality to have in the classroom. When her and her brother walk in the morning, they lighten the room. They're usually telling jokes. When they're not having a bad day, they're telling jokes. They come in, they do their work, and Valerie's right up there in the front of the class taking notes and talking with her other students and trying to make sure she gets the projects done and stay on top of everything. And she did so well that by the end of the year, when we're normally trying to catch everyone up, she was only struggling in one class and all the other classes were A's and B's. So I was super proud of her being able to stay on top of her own stuff and regulate her own achievements so that she wasn't rushing at the end of the year to get everything done. And the final thing I wanted to say is that I know that Valerie has signed up to go to the JC, and she just finished all the testing that you need to do before you are allowed to get in. And I hope that she continues that dream, because I know that she can do the work, and I know that math will be hard, but the wonderful thing about junior college is the teachers care, and they're going to sit there and they'll help you if you ask questions, and they even offer things in the library to tutor you. So I know you can succeed because you have the right attitude, and it's a positive one that doesn't let you give up on yourself. So I know you do great things, Val. And then the next person that's going to speak is Cody, and she's been in the classroom since December, and she's done some really phenomenal things. She's going to speak for our next graduating student.
Hi guys, I'm the school mentor for the Abraxas classroom, and close enough now. Sorry, I'm used to being loud.